in the enterprise, most of the information that you share, that you consume, that you can collaborate around, at the end of the day goes into some kind of storage system. And so we're trying to build that storage system that would make sense in a cloud, mobile, kind of highly collaborative type of world, and be the layer where the data gets managed, where the data gets secured, and where you can expose the information to the right people. But that's sort of what our role should be. And then we want to have an application ecosystem, and we want to be able to work with partners to go into lots of different kind of spaces and different verticals and be able to solve very different kinds of problems. So our view is build a next generation way for business information to get stored and shared and collaborated around. Build a very simple application that you can use as an end user if you wanted to solve this problem, and also have a platform that other people can build on top of to create and solve these kinds of issues and use cases. In the late 90s, you basically had three big issues. The browsers sucked, so you couldn't have a really engaging, fluid, dynamic application in the browser. So cloud or SaaS was just very hard to do from a user experience standpoint. Our bandwidth sucked, so we had horrible internet connections that wouldn't make it tenable to sort of transfer large data files over the internet. And then the cost of storage was prohibitively expensive. And so, buying like an 80 gigabyte hard drive in 2000 was the same price as buying a 400 or 500 gigabyte hard drive in 2005, which is now the same price as buying a 3 or 4 terabyte hard drive today. So basically every couple of years we can sort of assume that our cost of storage goes down by about half, or there's a sort of doubling of capacity. So what we have is a situation where we can afford to give away more and more space to customers at a lower and lower price, to the point where probably in the future you will use us for infinite storage and pay a small sort of per user fee, because we just know that 98% of organizations, create documents and files that aren't going to be a very expensive problem. And for media companies, that'll be different. For deep marketing, design agencies, that might be a little bit different. But for the most part, in business context, the amount of capacity we have is increasing at a faster rate than our ability to use it.